Now the bounding box has been created, the next step is to insert it and then orient it. From the assembly drop-down menu, I'm going to select Insert Component. Because I don't have anything open, SOLIDWORKS will open to the last folder I was working from. Here's my bounding box. So I'm going to open it. I'll scroll to zoom out a bit, and I'll just click to place it in the assembly. Before I continue to mate this, I see that I have a negative sign here and I would like my phone fixed. So I'm going to add one more mate to it. So I'm going to mate to the front assembly plane, this edge back here. So I'll select the edge, I'll hold Control, select the front plane, and I'll add the coincident mate. And now my phone is fully defined. So next, I want to mate the bounding box relative to how I would orient the part in the printer. Next, I'm going to mate this face my bounding box, so I'll select it. I'll hold Control, and I'll select the top assembly plane. I'll release Control, and I'm going to add a coincidence mate for now. Then if I rotate around and I examine the part, I'll realize I really don't want a coincidence because I'm going to build the stand under here. So I'm going to edit this coincident mate, and I'm going to change it to a distance mate of 1/4. I'll accept that, I'll close the mate window, and then I'll rebuild. So next, I want to check that this mate has the phone inside the box, and it doesn't, it's outside. So I'm going to go back to the distance mate, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to tell it to flip the dimension. And now I can see it is within the bounding box as I would like it. I'll go back to the isometric view. So next I'm going to take my bounding box and I'm going to move it to the side because I want to center the phone inside the bounding box, and it'll be a little easier if this is beside it. So I'm going to select the mates. I'm going to come down and choose Advanced Mates, and I'm going to use a width mate. So for the first part of the width mate, I'll choose this side of my bounding box and then this side. And then for the tab selections, I'll choose this side of my phone and then this side of my phone. It doesn't matter which one are the tabs and which one are the width selections. This will center the phone this way inside my bounding box, so I'll accept that. I'm going to go back to the isometric view. Now I'm going to see how my bounding box moves. So now I need to contain the part this way within the bounding box. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a distance mate between this face and this edge of the phone of 3/8. To make it easier to do that, again, I'm going to move the bounding box this way. Then I can select this edge of the phone. I'm going to go back to the standard mates. Then I'll select this face of my bounding box, and I'll come down and make it a distance mate. Set the distance to 3/8. And again, I want it inside the box, not outside. So I'm going to tell it to flip the dimension. And I'll select OK. I'll close the mate window. And then I'll rotate around and I'll make sure the phone is contained within the bounding box. And it is. So I'm going to right click here and collapse all the items, and I can see both of these are fully defined. Again, not all assemblies are fully defined, but in this case, this one will be. So I'm going to look at this isometrically, and I'm going to save my work. The next step is for you to create a stand and an amplifier system for this phone or your phone's speaker system. And in the next video, I'll give a few hints as to how I created mine.